Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah, and here on my channel I post lifestyle and university related content. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe and turn the notification bell to all so you never miss a video. Alright, so today's video I'm going to do a mid-year review. I saw a YouTuber called Bliss Bean do this and I thought, hey, let me try it out, considering, you know, July 3rd is the middle of the year and it matches up with my upload schedule, so I'm like, hey, you know. Anyway, so this video I'm going to break it up into 3 sections. I'm going to break it up into things that I wish were better about the first half of the year, things that I'm happy about the first half of the year, and then things that I can't wait for in the second half of the year. Cool, so I'm going to jump right into it. So the things that I'm like about the first half of the year has just been like, I feel like many people probably feel, life has just dealt us crappy cards. Like, I'm just like, really? Like 2020 wasn't enough. Anyway, so yeah, it's just been a bit and then there's been more days where I felt like really unfulfilled with how things have been going in life right now, and I'm just like, like, that's kind of what my mind is saying about this year. I'm like, can it be done yet? I'm like, is this mandatory? That's kind of how I feel about like this first half of the year. Obviously there's been good days and there's been bad days, but like this gap year, I'm not really sure if it's just because of the pandemic or like I haven't really been able to do things that I wanted to do in this gap year. I'm just a bit like, I want a gap year 2.0. Yes. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Like, don't get me wrong, if we could go back to the start of my gap year, like end of me finishing uni, and if someone was like, hey, do you want to take a gap year? I would still take a gap year, purely because like finishing uni, like doing my dissertation from home in a pandemic was annoying enough, let alone doing, you know, my uni at a master's level from home during a pandemic. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like, but I know there's a high chance that I'm probably still going to have to be like working online when I start my master's, but I feel like they would have, you know, ironed out the creases in their methods, considering I'll be the second year doing it. You know, that's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping for that. Anyway, so on to the good things that happened in the first half of the year. I'm going to start with my YouTube milestones. As you can probably see, I've turned back on my sub count. Yes, I know it is small. Okay, thank you. But if you want to help me grow that, you can press the sub button, as I mentioned before. But I reached 50 subs, as you can see, which is yay. So I reached 50 subs on my channel. I'm not sure exactly when, but it was a great feeling. Another milestone of mine is that 5 of my videos have now reached 100 views, which is another yay. 2 of my videos have reached 500 views. And then 1 of my videos has reached 1K views, but I think it's at 1.6K views right now. At the time I'm filming this, I'm filming this a little in advance because you know me, batch filming. But don't worry, it's like a week in advance, but you know, whatever. Doing that, and then my channel overall has reached 3K views and 100 watch hours. Yay! Alright, and another thing I want to say that's like not numbers related is that I've really enjoyed the fact that people have reached out to me, whether it's about like helping them with transferring universities or just giving them advice on sport and exercise science, because those are my 2 biggest videos. It's just been really nice being able to talk to you guys, so yeah, always feel free to, you know, DM me or say something in the comments if you need any advice. If I can help you, I will help you. Yeah. Alright, so other progress that I've had this year has been with my master's thing. So if you're new to this channel, you won't know that obviously I've applied for my MSc in physiotherapy degree, and I did a whole like video on it, so check that out in my Road to Physiotherapy playlist, which I'll put up in cards above. But yeah, at this first half of the year, I had 4 interviews out of the 6. And then, like the 6 unis I applied to, I had 4 interviews this half of the year. I received 3 offers in total. I accepted an offer. Yes, I accepted an offer, but I don't know whether I would have announced this to you guys by the time this video goes up. But yeah, basically, I'm kind of just waiting until everything is official before I say anything. But when it's official, you will know about it, okay? I promise. Anyway, I've done that, so I'm just kind of like sitting, waiting, and waiting. So yeah, and general yays that I'm happy about for the first half of the year has been that I've driven the car more. Like, yeah, I wasn't really huge on driving before because I'm like, I live in London, I have public transport, why am I driving? But when you need to drive, you need to drive, and you know, I've driven more and I've not really been that reluctant as much before. So that's another yay for me. Another thing has been I have finally converted my notes that I wanted to do from my undergraduate degree into PDFs, and I did a whole playlist on that. So my Study With Me playlist, you see stuff in there about that. And talking about studying, I have finally started revising like some anatomy, not full on, just mostly for the videos, revising my functional anatomy, and I've done a video on that you've seen so far would be the bones one. I filmed a muscle one. I'm still on the fence about the ligament one, but the muscle one you'll see later this month. So I'm like, yay about that. I sorted out my wardrobe, as you guys saw. On top of that, I've sold some clothes, which is good, so you're just clearing things out, and I still need to clear some more stuff out because this girl has grown, okay? I don't know where this growth spurt came from, but yeah, had that. I made it through another lockdown. You know, it's just, you gotta be proud of that little thing because lockdowns are stressful. All right. I also created a YouTube content calendar. So I like to be very, very organized. So what I've done is I've created ideas from all the way for the whole of this year until 2023. So my whole duration of me basically studying, I've given myself random ideas that I could place at any point. And, you know, obviously things will change and nothing's fixed, but it's just ideas on a platter kind of thing. I watched The Crown, which I kind of like. Don't get me wrong, like I like historical documentaries, but this was a historical drama, of course, and I'm a bit iffy with the dramas sometimes, but I actually liked it. I liked majority of it. Other parts I was like, but like other bits I'm like, hey, I actually kind of like this. So yeah, that was good. I would recommend watching that. And my hair has grown. It may not look like it in the videos because I'm a bit lazy, okay, about doing the hair for the videos, to be honest with you, but it has grown. It snowed, obviously. I did a video on that as well. And I've drunk more water. Drank more water this first half of the year, which has been a good thing. I've gotten way more comfortable in front of the camera, as you can probably tell, compared to like other videos. I've gotten more comfortable in front of the camera. And a big one, Imagine Dragons, okay? They finally dropped 2 songs. They dropped Follow You and Cutthroat. About time. It's been like 3 years. I was waiting. I was wondering what happened to them. Now I'm just waiting for a concert, and I'm really hoping they don't drop a concert while I am busy or like on placement, because that would really annoy me. Because I'm like, hey, you know, it's getting a little hard to support you. Love you, but can you hurry up? Please, thank you. That's kind of how I'm feeling about that. But, and then on to the third category, which is things that I'm looking forward to for the next half of the year. The biggest thing I'd say I'm looking forward to is obviously starting university, making that journey onto being a physiotherapist, like slowly, you know, studying physio and then going on and go for it. That stuff, like, I'm really excited for. I'm like, all this knowledge and stress. Like, that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm also kind of excited for this gap year to end, as I mentioned, like, you know, earlier. There's some days where I'm really unfulfilled, and I feel like the moment the gap year stops and I start studying, yes, I'll be stressed, most likely, but I will be fulfilled because not only am I achieving, like, taking the steps to achieve the goal that I want to achieve, but I'm also not just laying in bed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I also hope that my channel will grow further. Who knows what it will be at by the end of this year, but I'm hoping it will grow further. I'm looking forward to my birthday later this month. So I turn 23 on the 23rd, and you only turn your age on the exact date of your birthday once. You know what I'm saying? Does it make any sense? But, yeah, only get to do that once. I don't know whether I'll be in restrictions or not in restrictions, but who knows? We'll see whatever Boris does at that point in time. But looking good. I'm also really, obviously, like I mentioned about the new thing, I'm excited for the offer to be confirmed and things, all of that to be sorted out so I can actually say something. Don't get me wrong, I've said something to a few people, but I can't keep my mouth shut. Anyway, but yeah, I'm excited for that. And like, those are like the main things, thinking about like uni, fulfillment, and my birthday, I suppose, I'm excited for. Like, yeah. Other than that, I can't think of anything that's going to happen in the second half of the year that I'm going to be like, ee! About, like, I would say, like, winter stuff, like, you know, like Winter Wonderland and things like that we have here. I would say I'm excited for them, but because I know, like, I don't really get much holiday time, I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to enjoy. So, don't get me wrong, I am excited for those because I'm meant to go to, like, Kew Gardens last year for the Christmas light show and all that, but I didn't get to do it because of COVID, obviously. But yeah, that was just a quick little mid-year review and like sharing some things that I'm excited for the next half of the year. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below of 2 things that you're excited about for the next half of the year, and 2 things that you know, you enjoyed or you had like a milestone in this first half of the year. But I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye guys.